Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Nomad, episode 34 with me Sid, and we are here at Forward Operating Base Charlie, or FOB Charlie. I've done a little bit of work since we, I've built some growing pads, and I'm just getting some crops in before we start heading out, because the sooner these are in, the sooner they will grow. Now these ones have an upper temperature of 45. These are all reasonably robust temperate crops, but they should have a temperature of 40. Now it's spring and it's already 35 degrees, so yeah, and we've got a friendo over there. The rest of these are all hotter temperature biome crops, so they will go in. And I've just basically built this up out of dirt. These bits of grass will kind of grow in and sort themselves out, I'm sure. If not, I'll break them and replace them. Simples. And then around the back, I have put in some more. There's some cassava, there's amaranth, there's peanuts. So lots of crops in here. This is all done. So the plot for today is, it's actually fairly straightforward. We are going to head out, and I don't know why I'm carrying that around. We could probably leave that now. That was emergency food, but now we've got the thing down. We should be good. We're going to go out into the world, to the good old world, and we are going to get the building materials, or start getting the building materials for our ship. We're going to make our boat, because we're here and we've got this expanse here which will take us out into an ocean, so we're good there. There's a ruin over there which needs exploring. I think I know the ruin. I don't think there'll be anything particularly exciting there. We might find something, good. We still need revenge on that ruin, but that's for later. We still need to head into these caves to try and find the olivine, and we still need to build all of the necessaries. But first things first, boat. Now, if I have a look at boat, we can make a purple heart boat. And you can deconstruct them with a saw. You can't pick them up. You've got a building a sailboat entry. Once you can equip it with stuff, you can do all sorts of things. But first things you have to do is build the sailboat, and we're going to have to start off with rollers. Rollers just requires 3 pieces of firewood to make 1 set of rollers, and if we go back there, 5 rollers. Okay, well, we can get those down quite easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can put those into the world. But then we're going to need to start getting things like logs and all sorts of fun stuff. Flax to make the things. We need rope. Just lots and lots of stuff, basically. So let's get past these crabs. They can be nippy, so you don't want to wind them up. And I think we'll go in for this spot here. And if I remember rightly, it's 3 wide. But we'll go 4. It should be enough, I think. And I can never remember the layout, so let's just get all of this in, and then we'll give ourselves a flat edge, and this will show us you can kind of see there's a little bit of blue at the end. That's the end you're going to launch into. So there you go. There's our boat rollers. And we'll take this out as well, just to give us a little bit of wiggle room. So with our boat, things. The next thing you need is, and it will tell you, or it should tell you, we need 8 firewood and 9 logs. So we're going to have to go out and get some logs. That's our first job. I remember seeing Purple Heart over this way, so we'll start over this way. Sun's going down, so we don't want to head too far. We can sleep the night away and go in the morning, but we'll just head over this way to start off with. I mean, I'm only going to know about Purple. Purple Heart might be a bit excessive even for me. But K-Pock could be interesting. Oh god, here we go. Squealy little baby yeah. Always make my life difficult, those guys. So lots of K-Pock, you see. But Purple Heart a little bit more difficult to spot amongst all of these, and that bit rarer. But he's definitely in here. I've seen some. Oh, pineapples, hello. 15 of 16, we'll have those. I might need to tear up a flax crop or something. Pineapple is good eating. Purple Heart, there you go. There's one. So I'll grab some of this. Haven't got time to be faffing around waiting for trees to grow and stuff anyway, so if we get seeds, we get seeds. If we don't, we don't. I'm certainly not going to worry. These are big trees, don't forget, so we are going to come out with a lot of rope from this, as well as things. Oh, and I reached level 5 in forestry. Cool, got a choice. Any seeds yet? Pardon me. Purple Heart is one of the rarer seeds to get, so it will not surprise me if I don't get any. I'm certainly getting enough of this stuff, so rat lines won't be a problem. Lots of logs, but no seed, which is a shame. Oh, hang on. Give me that. That's the game. Well, our version of the game does have a mod in it which plants seeds which fall if you don't plant them, pick them up. So we'll plant this a little bit closer to home. Doesn't it look amazing there? I love these. Getting these. I love the nomadic lifestyle, but I do really enjoy the bits where you get to settle briefly and move on, and then you get your old base. And once we've got the ship going, that gives us even more storage, more things. Once if we get an elk, we can even put the elk on the ship. It's yeah, it's pretty good going. So I do need to get myself some firewood, which I will go upstairs and grab. I can't remember how much it was, so we'll just grab a chunk and we'll plant you there, and you shall grow in about one. Well, you'll sprout in about 1 day, which obviously not the same as grow, but can't remember what's the. Hang on, there you go. It's 2s. Let's make cordage. Yeah, a vine tip. Boop-a-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. There you go, have some vinage there. Right. Have you gone yet? I think he has. Right, so we needed some firewood, didn't we? And this is going to be probably be a certain amount of backwards and forwardsing. What time is it in the evening? 5:30. It's too early to sleep. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, now here we are. We've got our stuff, so we should be able to no. What have I done wrong here? Those plus that. Missing 9 logs. Well, I've got 9 logs. There you go. Thank you. Okay, now it wants. We need we need 2 plumb lines and 16 boards. We're going to need to bring a saw down with us, aren't we? So I suppose I should do that. But let's go make the plumb lines. Making a boat. Making a boat. Alright. So I need a saw. What do you do for a plumb line? Let's have a look. Plumb and square is stone, sticks, and then we need 2 of those. Okay, that's easy. Easy peasy. Right, stones. Give me a couple of stones. Couple of bits of flax. I'm going to need more of this anyway at some point. And 2 of those. And that will give me just what we need to make planks, and we're good. Still early in the evening, not getting particularly dark yet, so we can work on. There, not worried about that. That's just one of the sheep mutants. Right. And we needed what? 16 planks. Let's just do that. And we'll put those on the hotbar. And that's the first thing. And then we need 20 planks. Then we need 24 planks. And this is where we start getting a bit planky. I could just convert the whole lot over, but, you know, why bother? Let's just do it as we need it. Because there's, I think that was 28 planks it wanted for that one. I do like this construction system. They did a really good job with it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more ways of getting this used. 32. That should do us. Then 36. See, you do burn through materials. And then 40. I heard that. There it is. Hi. Yeah, we'll leave him. He's not hurting anybody. He thought he was hurting somebody, but it did not go to plan. Right, and we need 44. So you go through a goodly amount of timber. Now you need 14 beams. Now this is where I need my hammer. So I'm going to have to go back up. It's getting dark anyway, so I probably want to sleep the night away at this point. Not sure whether I just want to clear the area out a little bit. I mean, you know, always beneficial to I haven't got anything to clear. I was getting excited about clearing my area. Okay, right, well, I'm going to sleep the night off and then we shall continue that in the morning. I'll see you in a mo. And it's another beautiful morning. I really do need to get rid of this ore as well. Let me just go and put this on my canoe for a while. The canoe is not a dead mode of transport once the boat is in place, though. I don't envy. Well, the boat won't go up as far up rivers, so the canoe's going to be really handy when we want to helps if you have it. There you go. It's going to be handy for actual, you know, difficult to get to places, stuff like that. Excuse me, Mr. Piggy. Don't start. Yeah, if you know what's good for you. Right, empty hand, and we need 14 beams, so hang on. Let me just do 4 for now. I can't remember how many beams you get out of a strip log. 2, 4, 6, 8. I need one more. And then it wants another 14 beams. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 per, wasn't it? So that will give me 15. $36 planks. I may need to go and get myself more. Wood yet. Three beams and 6 planks. Oh, good grief. It's just like, and this is just the wood bit. Wait until we hit the fabrics and stuff. 14 beams. Okay, so that's 5 again. I think this must be the mast. Yep. Okay, and then a rope. Right, this is, now that we can make, I think. Hang on. That will make rope. Two. How much rope do we wanted? 17. Okay, that's not a problem. That's 32. $10 and 21 fabric. This is where we need the fabric. Okay. I'm going to get a screenshot of this in construction though, just because this might be the screenshot, it might not, who knows. But let's go get the fabric. 21 fabric, and the rope we can handle, that's not a problem. I'll be amazed if we do this off of one tree. That will be gobsmacking. I also probably want a couple of sets of nails if I've got any. I'm sure I had some somewhere. Didn't stick them in there, did I? No, not in there. I'll have to hunt around for them. But 21 fabric as well. A couple of sets of nails. 21 fabric. Well, there's 16. 21. And again, let's not go mad. Yeah, I can make more rope with what I've got. I can't remember how much rope it was. Look at that. Look at that majestic looking vessel. Of course, we're going to have to go for a test drive once it's built, aren't we? Excuse me, Piggy. Thank you. Thank you for being a calm piggy that doesn't try and kill me. 10. We've got launch. There you go. We have our boat. Could have been slightly better placed, but that's fine. Beep beep. Oh no, maybe we should have like reversing sounds. Could do with slightly more than that, couldn't I? But it doesn't matter. Let's oh, I haven't got vanilla variants, have I? It's one of those mods that I often just skip over because it can cause more trouble than it's worth in all honesty. Right, let's have a look. What else can we do? We can do a lantern at the front, I think. We can get a fence. That feels right. And that can go there. That's for when we get our thingy, our elk. If we get
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I wasn't asking you to. Rat lines. 2, 4, 6, 12, 14 per. Well, almost. Need another one, and I haven't quite got enough rat to make my lines. What do I do? I've got so much cordage. I think the easiest thing is probably to just go straight up there and hang. Hi, Mr. Sheep Monster. Oh, there you go. Practicing my combat skill. You've got to keep in shape. I also probably need to eat at some point, but yeah, a little bit of damage where it can heal on its own. Oh yes, that is majestic. Right, I don't need the hammer with me anymore. I don't need the saw with me anymore. We will put this on our back at some point. That goes back there. This lot really does need to find a home, so that's the thing. Wow. Wow. Not finding a home there. Okay, that's fine. There's a little bit more rope there. What did I say it was? 14. Then you've got your wood, plankage, beamage, loggage, stickage back up there. Firewood can go there. We'll pop you in. Where do you belong? You belong in there. use an iron there. And there's just those to go away, and I need a lantern, don't I? I think that's what I was saying. Have I not got... a thing full of illumination torch sources? I have, but none of my lanterns. Well, I'm surprised. I mean, I've got that one, and I could probably easily make a lantern. Let me just check that I've not got one, though. Because that seems unlikely. But true, apparently. Okay, you can go in there. There's some cordage. Well, I'm quite frankly surprised. Make a lantern, shall we then? I know I've got the necessaries in there. I need some clear quartz. Clear quartz, perfect. Now I just need a metal plate. Boom, boom, boom. Metal plate. What have I got abundance of? Well, you know it's going to be copper, don't you? Unless I've got molybdenum. Nope, it's copper. Hang on, that was not what I wanted to do. I need to get some fuel on that first. Oh, good grief. And then get it lit. Let's go and put this away. Boo, boo, boo. And yeah, I'll be back with you in a second. Okay. Got the stuffs. Spare copper lantern. Let's head down and get this boat done. Yep, definitely wants me to practice my combat skills today, doesn't it? Boop, boop. Actually, that's a good point. I also had that lumberjack skill, didn't I? Collecting forestry. What do we want? More wood from a tree? Do more saplings from breaking leaves? More sticks from breaking leaves? Resin farmer, tree nursery, axe expert. Increase your tree felling speed. Careful lumberjack. 30. Oh, absolutely going for the charcoal. I can't do the forester anyway, so yeah, I have more charcoal. That will be invaluable. Sorry, Piggy. We need a little dock out here now as well, but for now we've got our rat line. So we can control attach. Perfect. And we've got our lantern, so we can jump in here and, well, let's take it for a spin, shall we? There we go. That will do us for that. Just in case, I'll get lots of screenshots. You can never have enough. So we've still got a little bit of storage here and here, so we can put a couple more chests there. We could possibly even put more chests here if we wanted. I think there's a limit to how many chests I want on these, because you have to empty them and take them out if you want to deconstruct and all of that. I'm not entirely sure whether I'll even want to deconstruct, if I'm honest, because it just seems a little bit, of all the things, it seems probably the least likely that you wouldn't get to a boat and go, oh, we need to move the boat from this place to this place, let's take it completely apart and put it together on the other side. That just seems weird to me. Hi, Mr. Piggy Monster. What's that? You wanted to try and chase me? You're not doing a very good job, are you? That's because I'm in a boat. Okay, what do we got? We're going to continue. We'll have a good look round, and then we'll see what we do next. But I mean, objective for this episode is largely met. We have a boat, and it's purple. I'm half tempted to make myself a purple canoe now. Can I make a purple canoe? Hang on a second. Birch bark. Oh, you can give it a purple trim. Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, maybe. But this is definitely the way to travel. I'm not sure whether this is. I think this is faster than the canoe, and it certainly should be. So I think, you know, the idea of the raft being slower than the canoe being slower than the boat seems to be, to me, a kind of a sensible progression. I've just noticed there's a small ruin here. Which we might want to investigate just to see if there are any book learnings to be had. It's not a good ruin, obviously, but there might be some book learning. Then again, they might not. Well, I did not mean to fall in. Okay, doesn't matter. It's not really yielding up a great deal, is it? Oh, they can't all, I suppose. But a little bit of book learning would be nice. I'm not feeling that we're going to get anything out of this, so yeah, we'll crack open our lunch, which happens to be breakfast, really, is porridge, but you know. And we'll continue on around. That little ruin is a bust. We'll continue around, we'll just have a little look. I'll be back in a short while. Alright, I'd not planned to do any ruin raiding today, but I've just come up here. So we've just come around. And there's a ruin there. And there is a ruin there. Now I think that's a graveyard. That's something else. I don't know what it is without getting closer. I think they're just gravel patches though. So we're going to come in and just have a little peek at those. Just because I don't think they're anything overly major. We've travelled round. I don't want to come out and just go back. It kind of feels like going back empty-handed, doesn't it? So, having come around with a boat, we might as well utilise it. Oh, what's that? Little island over there. Oh, and there's a ruin there as well, look. And that's not going to work. I have to put the colour on first. I wish it worked better than that, but there you go. That's just what it is. There's a trader there as well, look. You get used to spotting certain patterns of pixels. A pattern of pixels. Pick up a pattern of pixels. And yeah, it's quite surprising how quick certain just patterns on the map start to make sense as you progress in this game. It's one of the reasons why I'm not keen on the sepia. I like the full colour map. The full colour. I suppose the sepia is a little bit more maybe realistic. Oh, hello. Oh wow, there's quite a few. Maybe we hi. Where's your mate gone? I mean, there's a little bit of me. The thing is, these guys really just drop metal scraps. Which I suppose are useful. But, you know, there's only so many you can use. It wouldn't be bad if they dropped rusty gears as well. That would be a nice little addition. I mean, they are effectively mechanical critters, so still, wasn't grumble. Right, boat's there. Let's go and have a look at this. I think that's a graveyard, and I'm fairly certain the graveyard doesn't spawn anything. That looks to me like a stair ruin. So yes, it is a stair ruin, and let me have a look at the depth, I suppose, because that's the, well, at least it's part of the key in my mind for looting this or not. I'll take the grass. It's a bit of a pain to get. And a book. Yeah, I don't really want a clay vessel, but I don't really want that, to be honest, either. But you know what it's like. That's really shallow, actually. You know what? It's getting done. Let's head down. Let's head down, see what we can find. We've not done a lot this episode other than make a boat, so let's take a few chances. Minor chance. Hello. Oh wow, that was quite a nice animation. Don't think I've ever seen it animate quite that smoothly before. Can you? I don't think they can squeeze through there. Right, what we got? Limonite and a bucket. I'm going to take that, you know. I don't think I've actually made a primitive survival metal bucket before. And we'll take those. Again, I don't really need these. It's just I can't not take them. Like the palisades here, I want to. But I'm not going to. I'm going to be a good little forager. Right, so let's go in here. These are not always the richest things, but they do have a lot of vessels, so there's a good chance I don't really want those. So that just gives me pelts. You are just going to give me crappy stone tools. Right, fine. That's a dead end. No. I suppose if I do it like this I can, can't I? Still need to borrow maybe that. That will do me. It's as good a way of marking where I've done already as any. Let's convert these ones over. He says failing completely and abjectly. It's just so I know which ones I've cleared, and I'm sure there are ways that are just as suitable. Lots of vessels. Yeah, we'll take all the free experience books. This is actually, I was going to say this is not my preferred style of brewing, but of stair dungeon. But with X skills, it probably is. Because you get all the books, which you wouldn't get if you were doing this with the other style of brewing, the aged wood one, the one we like on the Rusty Gear server because it's brilliant for aged wood. I'm surprised that I've not seen this. I was going to say, I'm surprised that I've not seen the other bit where you often get locusts. I'm not asking for locusts, by the way. I'm just saying I'm surprised I've not seen them. Well, I sort our inventory a bit after. Oh yeah, this is definitely now my favourite kind of ruin for these. I don't want that. We'll take that. Not really bothered. Going to be like that. I'm going to chop you up right like that. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more. Oh no, there's a vessel back there, look. Right, I need to pick up that. And then we probably just need to have a little bit of a sort. Keep those. Don't want you, don't want you, don't want you, don't want you, don't want you. Not bothered about that. Not bothered about that, or the copper torque, or that, or the stickage. Or that. Come on. Right, we're clear. And we're not actually losing our mind, which is always a nice bone change. Don't really want you. That'll do us. This is, this is actually a really good stair dungeon. I may be biased a little bit. Right, we'll not bother with the closing of this because this is the last bit of the stair dungeon. Wow, it's quite a small one, but come out with a lot of books though. That's not a book. Tailor's blouse, where will take you? You'll strip down for and some gears. That's probably about it, and then we can just dump off the rest of the crappy tools we picked up, as well as the blocks we don't want. Then we can head out. This was a nice little dungeon. Wasn't too stressful. Just, in fact, did we see anything other than that drifter? I think that was the only thing we saw, wasn't it? One drifter. Which, yeah, well, that's a result, whatever. Let me complete you. Oh look, there's another ruin up there. We'll put you down as unsearched. I may have a walk over there. It's not a million miles away. It's not going to be a particularly challenging ruin while we're up this way. But we got a lot of books off of that. Hello. Oi. Mr. Piggy. Yeah, I thought this was the graveyard. It had the look of it. And I don't think there's anything particularly hidden here, but what you have got, you can find them, is graves. But they're not in every grave spot. These are obviously rotted right down. A lot of bony soil. There we go. So we get some woolly boots and some gears, and I don't think I'm bothered about anything else from that one. So yeah, I mean, we are casually looting these graves. But that's fine. It's very honourable tradition and, you know, skill, grave robbing. Ow, itch. Sorry, got an itchy hand. Not seeing. Ow. Ooh, got a rotten king coat. We've got a jailer running out of space. Got a jailer's hat. We've got a vulture courgette, joiner's table blueprint, and the rest of that is largely rubbish, I think. Don't think there's much else of anything in here. There's a vessel. Anything else hiding back here? Don't think so. We can mark that one done as well, I think. Complete. I'm going to take a stroll up there because it's not a million miles away. We'll come back and I'll see you in a moment. Like I said, not a million miles, and it's not going to be a big ruin. It's just a small ruin, but it should have one or two vessels, I think. It's raining. There we go. Did we get anything good? Probably not. But we really came for the knowledge anyway, so let's see if we can't find any. Not really there we go. So we're not bothered about you, and we're not bothered about you. Not really bothered about you either. So we've done you. I mean, there could be something down here. There's definitely a floor. Oh, hello. See? Seek and you shall find. Oh, wow. A double vessel. And more searchable stuff. Empty. I need to do some careful sorting now, don't I? Come on, give me the book. Thank you. No book out of that one. Okay, that's fine. Still, I mean, that was not a bad little return. Throw those in. I really just need to try and sort some of this out, don't I? I'm not a blouse person, really. Neither am I a jailer's hat person. Don't think the gorget does anything. Wool-lined boots are definitely useful. The rotten king coat I quite like. Don't really want the granite. Anything we don't want, I'm not bothered about that grain, to be honest. Other than that, I think everything else is a keeper. That kind of, yeah, we'll get there. Let's have a look. There's more ruins. Let's search the ruins. Oh, hello. Hang on a second. Okay. I mean, it wasn't a lot down there, but still, it's all fun. I love it. Even with these vanilla-ish ruins, I don't think these are truly vanilla ruins. I think these might be better ruins with a vanilla feel. They have that je ne sais quoi about them. Yeah, not getting the feeling that there's much else down here. I think this was just... Mind you, it's granite drystone. Oh yes, of course. Remember the rule, granite drystone hides secrets. Aged wood? No, don't care. Do care about that though. Not bothered about that. Right, I need to get out now, don't I? Right, well I think that's probably... I mean, there's this ruin we've not done anything with. And that's granite drystone, which you have to remember the rule. I don't know, I get the feeling that... Oh, I've already found that, yeah. Okay, we did do that. Fine, well, that was worthwhile. There's some ruin over there, that's a ruin over there. I'm going to, hang on a second, I'm going to sit there and say that that is a ruin. I'm not going to head up there this time though, because we're starting to run a little bit long. That's probably a ruin as well. Does not look like there is a way into this little inland lakey bit, which is a shame, but might be up there if we continue round. But I think we need to head back. But before we head back, we've got to do a little bit of book learning. I mean, we've come all this way, we've done the reading thing, and we've got quite a few books. I'm going to just deal with Mr. Wolfie Boy over here. I know he's not a wolf, but he's a bit slow, I'll give him that. We'll head back to the boat and then we'll read our books at the boat side. I'll see you in a moment. And there she is. We need a name for that boat. I mean, we had the Flying Pig in Rusty Gears Season 3, which was kind of a tweak on the Black Pig from Captain Pugwash. So maybe the Purple Pig. I mean, it's not. I've come up with worse names. You know what? That needs to go in. Oh wow, that is actually high fert soil. Okay, I don't really need it, but thank you. Let me put some things away that we don't need to have in my inventory. Oh, come here. There. And there. And there. And then we can grab all of these. I can go up there. What else we got? Oh, we got loads. Do you like a good little bit of book learning? Right, so we'll do farming and digging, both 25 points each. I've leveled up in digging, metalworking 5, survival 2.5. Combat 25, cooking 2.5. At least we're getting some decent numbers this time. Combat 12.5, metalworking 5. Metalworking 10, Forestry 25. I don't think we're going to get a point in forestry, we just did that earlier. Metalworking 5, combat 12.5. And I think I've got quite a long way to go in all of combat and stuff. Forestry and digging. Digging we just did anyway. Forestry, there's another 25. There's some mining. Forestry 100. That is a good find. And husbandry 12.5. This reminds me of, what's it, Terry Pratchett's line with Sergeant Cole on, when he was reading a book on animal husbandry, which turned out to be a book on just how animals should mate. You know, he was looking for a book on how to teach animals to read. Classic Pratchett. Anyway, we did get a skill point into digging, so we shall go with peat harvesting, clay digger, saltpeter digger. Out of all, you know, I think saltpeter's probably, if I'm going to dig anything and want more of it, clay is fairly common. I don't think we got anything in, let's have a look, survival, we're getting close. Combat, we have got a fair different things. Temporal adaptation, we've got to do a way to go. Farming, actually fairly close. Digging, nowhere near. Forestry, nowhere near. Mining, still nowhere near. Husbandry, nowhere near. Metalworking, getting close. Pottery, a little bit. Cooking, yeah, still not quite there. But we have a boat. We've achieved something this episode, and let's head back. Next episode, I think I'm going to put on my Brave Boy pants, and we're going to head into the caves and look for some olivine. So we'll see how that goes. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.